Hello and welcome. Any fighter pilot that shoots down 9 enemy planes during one mission is exceptional. Captain David McCampbell was an exceptional fighter pilot. He is the United States Navy's all-time leading flying ace, the so-called ace of the aces in the Navy, and top F6F Hellcat ace with 34 aerial victories. He was the second highest American scoring ace of World War II and the highest scoring American ace to survive the war. Richard Bong had more kills all flying the Lockheed P-38 Lightning, but sadly died whilst testing a Lockheed P-80 Shooting Star jet fighter a month before the end of World War II. It was on October 24, 1944, at the beginning of the Battle of Leyte Gulf in the Philippines, when McCampbell brought down those 9. Some claim that at this stage of the Pacific War, the best of the Japanese pilots had been lost. No one can doubt, though, that those remaining Japanese pilots were ferocious and therefore dangerous. McCampbell was born in Bessemer, Alabama in January 1910 and raised in West Palm Beach, Florida. He attended the Staunton Military Academy in Virginia and 1 year at the Georgia School of Technology in Atlanta before his appointment to the United States Naval Academy in 1929. There he graduated with the class of 1933 with a degree in marine engineering. McCampbell's naval career actually began with a dismissal. Graduating from the US Naval Academy in Depression era 1933, he was rewarded with an honourable discharge from the Navy without funding. But on June 1, 1934, McCampbell was called back and commissioned as an ensign in the US Naval Reserve. He went on active duty on June 14, 1934 and served aboard the heavy cruiser USS Portland before he started flight training at Naval Air Station Pensacola, Florida. He qualified as a naval aviator on April 21, 1938 and was assigned to Fighting Squadron 4 on the aircraft carrier USS Ranger. McCampbell served as a landing signals officer from May 1940, surviving the sinking of the carrier by a Japanese submarine near Guadalcanal on September 15, 1942. The old Fliers group recorded 2 videos on the Australian coast watchers who were active in this conflict, helping the Allies overcome the invading Japanese. McCampbell returned to the United States and was promoted to Lieutenant Commander and was stationed at Naval Air Station Melbourne, Florida as LSO instructor until August 1943. McCampbell formed Fighter Squadron 15 in September 1943 and led the squadron before being reassigned as commander of the Air Group 15 in February 1944 to September 1944. As Commander Carrier Air Group 15, he was commander of the Essex Air Group, which comprised of fighters, bombers and torpedo bombers. The group embarked on the aircraft carrier USS Essex. From April to November 1944, his group saw 6 months of combat and participated in 2 major air-sea battles, the first and second battles of the Philippine Sea. During the more than 20,000 hours of air combat operations before it returned to the United States for a rest period, Air Group 15 destroyed more enemy planes, that is 315 airborne and 348 on the ground, and sank more enemy shipping than any other air group in the Pacific War. Air Group 15's attacks on the Japanese in the Marianas and at Iwo Jima, Taiwan and Okinawa were key to the success of the island hopping campaign. In addition to his duties as commander of the Fable 15, then Commander McCampbell became the Navy's ace of aces during the missions he flew in 1944. McCampbell entered combat on May 14 and flew at least 4 Grumman F6F Hellcats whilst aboard the Essex. On June 1944, during the Marianas Turkey Shoot, Commander McCampbell shot down 5 Japanese Yokosuka D4Y Judy dive bombers to become an ace in a day. Later that afternoon, during a second sortie, McCampbell downed 2 Mitsubishi A6M Zekes over Guam. On October 24, 1944, in the initial phase of the Battle of Leyte Gulf in the Philippines, he became the only American airman to achieve Ace in a Day status twice. McCampbell and his wingmen attacked a Japanese force of 60 aircraft. McCampbell shot down 9, 7 Zeros and 2 Oscars, setting a US single mission aerial combat record. During this same action, his wingman downed another 6 Japanese warplanes. When he landed his Grumman F-6F Hellcat aboard USS Langley, the flight deck of the Essex wasn't clear, his 6 machine guns had just 2 rounds remaining and his airplane had to be manually released from the arrested wire due to complete fuel exhaustion. Wow! Commander McCampbell received the Medal of Honor for both actions, becoming the only Fast Carrier Task Force aviator to be so honoured. Following World War II, McCampbell returned to the United States and served in various senior roles, including being assigned to the Joint Chiefs of Staff at the Pentagon from 1960 to September 1962. McCampbell retired from active duty in 1964, dying in Florida in 1996, and was interred at Arlington National Cemetery. In the year 2000, a guided missile destroyer was named after him. His citation for the Medal of Honor reads in part, "An aspiring leader, fighting boldly in the face of terrific odds, Commander McCampbell led his fighter planes against a force of 80 Japanese carrier-based aircraft bearing down on our fleet on June 1944. Striking fiercely in valiant defence of our surface force, he personally destroyed 7 hostile planes during this single engagement, in which the outnumbering attack force was utterly routed and virtually annihilated." During a major fleet engagement with the enemy on October 24, Commander McCampbell, assisted by but 1 plane, intercepted and daringly attacked a formation of 60 hostile land-based aircraft approaching our forces. Fighting desperately, but with superb skill against such overwhelming air power, he shot down 9 Japanese planes and completely disorganised the enemy group, forcing the remainder to abandon the attack before a single aircraft could reach the fleet. His great personal valour and indomitable spirit of aggression under extremely perilous combat conditions reflect the highest credit upon Commander McCampbell and the United States Naval Service. Thank you for watching. All comments are greatly appreciated. Please hit the like button, subscribe and hit the notify bell to hear of new content.